Worse. Motherfucker never loved her. Fucker never loved her. You ain't know now, you know now.
What's up, what's up, what's up? We are back, and I am back. Mike Hill hanging out with you, the Unstable Podcast. It is episode 11, ready for another fun-filled edition full of entertainment and information for you on that ass, the Oddcast. With the podcast, huh?
11
it's
episodes
11, yeah.
11, man.
Yeah.
That's two ones, Steve.
That's
two ones.
2 ones. Yeah, 2 ones. That's after 10, Steve. For we know you didn't go past 10 in school or whatnot. That's okay. But that's
that's
11.
That's messed up that you would say that, but that's the grade I dropped out in the 10th.
In the 10th grade. That's funny.
Steve.
Wow.
We know that's the Steve Wilson down there. What's up, Steve?
What the deal, baby boy? How you feel?
I'm feeling good, man. How you feeling?
Man, I feel great. We hung out more this week. I just can't wait to talk about everything.
Oh my God, we did hang out. Triple date. That's what's going on. Guy Tori in the place to be.
Got kicked out of Trump University.
That's right. That's right. Did you pay any tuition? You always say Trump University.
I paid a lot of money for Trump University, man, and got zero, man.
You ain't got nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Did you play for their football team?
Nah.
Huh?
You played for their football team?
Yeah, I was punted the truth.
And of course, last but not least,
she in her
look,
cup.
see, that's what I love about her. She just does
Here we go.
Yeah.
Go.
My girl Claudia,
right
and it's not even your wine though. What's going
Yeah,
on?
I'm
what's your
drinking some
line?
Kendall Jackson.
Hold on.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Don't say nothing, y'all.
Is he black? That's a black name. Is he
Shut
black?
up.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? She's drinking Kendall Jackson. So she instead of another.
Right.
Leave Stoney Jackson out of this.
Here's the thing. We love that you swallowed though. That's pretty good. You didn't spit that back up.
Hey,
There's a
remember
first
we
for
just talked
everything.
about that.
Come on,
Sexual
man.
harassment.
There's no se- what?
You gotta
No.
be careful now. It's a new
yes.
day and
Oh,
age.
Claudia.
Too soon. You can't do that. We don't have an
can't do
HR
that.
department.
You have
so you can't do
paper,
that.
and my
That's right.
paper's running low, and I could use a lawsuit right about now.
So come on, Mike.
Claudia, I do apologize from the bottom of my heart.
my
because
brother.
I
Talk to my
had
lawyer.
issues in
Well,
the
you-
past.
Talk to my lawyer, Lisa Bloom.
You gotta have a heart to apologize on the bottom of it.
Speaking of hearts, we did all hang out.
Can we talk?
Guy, you were out of town. I thought you were out of
No,
town.
I was in town.
Would you have come with us if we would have called you for a triple date?
Absolutely, I would have.
Would you have grabbed a girl to come with us?
That's the
Yeah,
question.
I would have grabbed a couple of girls.
Okay, so we're gonna do this again.
Yes,
do
you
it.
have to come.
So it was actually like 4 of us
Yeah.
and others. And
Okay. What was
it was
happening?
a bunch of friends. We went to an
Yeah.
escape room.
Escape room was awesome, man.
We had to
did.
solve mysteries.
We got out with 37 seconds to spare.
37 seconds,
It
but-
took us an hour to get out of this escape
But
room.
only because I cheated because y'all didn't want to ask questions.
That was your role in the escape room.
I just kept
to go
going
and
to the
ask for
buzzer
hints.
and
Yeah, I heard about you, Steve.
So what an escape room is, they put you in a room and it's like very little clues. You have to really figure it out from nothing really. And so there's a button you can call to the call center, I guess, and be like, okay, we need some kind of hint.
Right.
And there's a bunch of things you have to really pay attention to and notice everything, where the clock is off and that actually.
Everything.
So-
Keep it real. We would have never got peak.
So Steve,
How?
Steve, you had issues. They done caught you. You was a slave, nigga.
Dude, you can forget it, man.
You were no Harriet Tubman at all.
Listen, there's no way we would have got the first word. The first word was peek.
I know.
But guess what you had to do? You had to peek through the glass. Who's gonna know to do that?
It was hard.
They did.
We figured it out. Somebody
I
figured
pushed
it
the
out.
buzzer.
No,
I
I
pushed
will
the
say,
buzzer.
with 37 seconds
We
left,
finished. We got out.
hit that button and we got out of
You know-
there.
That's after the key got stuck. Go ahead, guy.
You know you have
we
board
broke the
games. They say ages 13 and up. They should have
was tough.
education level 12 and up.
But here's the thing: who broke the key? Remember, somebody got the key stuck. Who got the key broken? We had to call a lady.
No,
broke
it
the
just
key?
it wasn't broken. It just got stuck in there, and we couldn't turn it. So that was the
Turn it.
problem.
So
So she came
she had to
in.
come in,
She
pause
actually
the clock.
paused the clock.
Is that what
turned-
happens?
37 seconds to spare. I mean, and you know what? You are the most discouraging motherfucker there is. To be quite honest with you, because Steve the entire time, nigga, we ain't gonna get
Pessimist?
this. He's pessimistic as hell. Nigga, we can't figure this out. No, we gonna die because we was in
And
the zombie room.
Damn.
Yeah, and I got him a shot before because he was going through some shit. I think he was getting scared.
No. I had a rough night.
No, but before that, I know that. I'm not
yeah.
gonna go into that. But
No, we can tell it. I ain't gonna lie.
Go
ahead.
I cried on Hollywood Boulevard.
He
Yeah,
cried.
You did. But Carly had took me to the side actually early in the
And
day when
told
we did
you what
Runyon.
happened.
No, Runyon. She said he's really afraid of scary things. Like he might punch someone.
No,
or
a
something.
clown told her for real. And then they said we're gonna go with the zombies. So I told her to do. I said, listen, let's not play because seriously, it's like a nervous reaction if you come out all like, hey, where's Ronald? And I socked the shit out of you. It's not my fault.
So we were already thinking that. So we went and got drinks ahead of time. I got him a shot of Hennessy. So I got a pina colada and they wouldn't give me a to-go cup. So I stole a cup and was walking on Hollywood Boulevard, really talking shit on my.
she is hood.
On
Hold
my
on.
Snapchat, I was like, yeah, I don't like rules. I do what I do. Blah 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 blah, talking shit. So we got all the way to the escape room, and some guy came out of nowhere, like, hold this drink, hold this. I'll take that, and grabbed it out of my hand.
Really?
And I didn't know who it was.
He walked down the street from the restaurant in which we were in,
Whoa.
found Claudia,
Are you serious?
saw her sipping out of this margarita glass, a huge margarita
We had
glass,
a lot
and
to
just
go.
grabbed, like, I'll take that, and just walked away.
Was it? He went to the escape room and got
He walked to the escape, found
Wait,
Claudia.
do you know how long of a walk that? I didn't see that.
No, here's the thing. But
When we
Claudia,
left,
I
I
gotta
heard
get.
someone's name. I heard him call my name.
He said somebody, a fan of yours,
Yeah.
somebody on the
Fan
street
yelled out,
saw
Claudia.
Claudia Jordan. So
Yeah.
they heard you, but Claudia
Wow.
didn't steal the cup. I gotta
And,
get
I mean,
a friend of hers.
Tammy.
Yeah,
Tammy.
Tammy took the cup away from her and walked.
It's not gonna
And
work.
Tammy was gangster.
not gonna work.
Tammy put it under her jacket or whatever.
Did you
and
like
then
how gangster she was?
She,
Was that
She's
sexy?
so hood.
that was yeah. That's what I
Was
love
that a
about
turn?
it.
Was that a turn on?
I like
Man.
that.
Does he need Viagra?
I like the.
On a two-way street. Ain't that how you feel?
Not too long. We don't want to pay for that,
Oh
man.
my
Come on.
gosh.
Don't
Oh,
shake
wait.
it.
All right.
That's, how many bars was that?
I don't know.
It wasn't enough.
So we did
Okay,
the
good.
escape room, and then we went to a hookah lounge.
Yeah,
And
I almost forgot about that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't join y'all.
Damn,
for the
y'all
hookah
had
lounge.
fun.
I had to get home.
I didn't get home until like 3:30 in the morning.
Did you go home by yourself?
I did. I went home. I took the young lady home, and then I went.
No.
Because
You took Tammy
I'm not
home.
gonna lie. In his defense, he went home with a dude. He did.
what the you talking about?
Whoa.
What dude?
Your best friend.
That wasn't even that night. He wasn't
Oh,
even
that was
here.
another night.
Now,
Okay,
see,
no.
look, you
No, he
confused.
did. He did. And for all the girls that like Mike, don't worry about it. He did
all
because she
the
called
girls.
me later on and we talked. So he didn't go home with her. Like it was just a bunch of friends hanging out.
He said, all
I
the
brought my
girls
tent-
that
I-
like Mike.
I brought my
That
tent-
is the
I brought my-
worst
I brought-
commercial ever for
Because
somebody.
I know there's a lot of
For
girls.
all
All your
you
bitches that
chicks.
like Mike.
For all the girls on Mike's rotation, don't worry about it. There's not another vagina added to the lineup just yet.
Can I tell you there is no longer a rotation because there is like a virus that came through and Tammy has come through and just wiped everybody out.
So she's
Because people listen to this podcast.
Like what? She like Negan and they
it's
just
like
killed all
she
your
just
girls.
everybody's been wiped out. I'm like,
Okay,
man,
okay.
what the hell? I'm left
Man,
with
they
nothing.
leaving
Mike,
you like the Republicans.
Like I told you, they'll come around. Like
Trump
women,
administration.
women actually like a little competition because you do the whole nice guy thing. Like you being a little edgy, it works. Just keep doing that. That's gonna work. I'm telling you.
See, the thing is,
You
he
can
ain't
call
got
any
no
of them.
mustache.
That's
He
true.
can't be that
That's just so.
edgy.
I mean, but you know what? Here we'll get more into that a little bit later because that's going to be our relationship topic of the day.
Yeah.
I
talking
do have
about-
pictures.
Dudes with no mustaches. Edgy.
I do have
yeah,
pictures.
You have
So,
pictures?
I took
Yeah.
pictures of everybody that was like booed up or whatever,
Oh.
including myself.
Yeah, but we gotta block her face out though. How do we?
It's not about her face. It's more about his face. Like in some of the pictures, he's like with his eyes closed, like.
No, I wasn't. Hold on, because I got the picture that you
Wow.
took. Hold on a
Oh,
second.
but you didn't get the ones that I didn't send you.
Was
Hold
that
on.
gays? Was that gays?
I got.
Is it
Look, now
gays?
look at this right here. You see that?
Do we
That's
have
cute.
audio?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that
Now
was
look
cute.
how
Oh, yeah.
look how she's looking at me. All right, and I'm just there, and I'm like, okay,
No,
all
that's
right.
that's kind of you know kind of
that's-
sexy.
that's
right
in the
there. That's
beginning
kinda
of the
romantic,
So
dog.
so that's your version, right?
Right.
Let's look at
Do
these
tell.
pictures.
Hold on.
Do tell.
I have.
Do
others.
not put
My
this on the
friend.
screen. Do
Yeah,
not put this
that
on the screen.
No, man, we unstable. We keep it at 100.
Here's the thing.
We keep it 100, man.
We have to protect the identity of this young lady
Hey, we
we're
block her
talking
face
about.
out though.
Yeah, we'll block her
Here's the
face
thing.
out.
We'll put a
Man,
mustache on.
I don't have a significant other right now. I'm serious because she wiped her out. To be honest with you.
Look how happy he looks right there.
Oh my God, that's like a wedding photo.
Hold on a
That's
second.
look.
That's like they cutting the
Let me
cake.
see
You
that.
know
Let
they
me
cut
see
the
that.
cake
Them
together.
niggas been together
That's a
10
wedding
years.
photo. That's like a wedding photo.
They look like
Here's
they
the
together 10
thing.
He's
years.
blowing a kiss right there.
That's
I
a
am-
Look, you at your daughter's graduation in that picture,
Dude,
nigga.
that's man. That's yeah.
No, I
That's
wasn't
that
blowing a
gaze.
kiss. That was hookah.
Oh,
I
look at this one.
It was hookah.
Oh yeah, that's a wedding
Dude,
photo
come
right
on,
there.
man.
Oh, look at that one.
That's a wedding photo right there. That's a
Either-
wedding
tried to
photo.
show you.
Either that's a wedding photo or you a congressman, because that's real creepy and you sneaking up behind her, dude. Come on, look at that picture,
That's a
man.
prom photo. Then.
It
It's a
was-
prom
it was
photo, and it's her
mutual. It
prom
was
and
mu-
not Mike.
Look
Mike
at
is
the
already.
hands on the thighs.
Wow, dude, come on, man. That's the huckabuck. That's the huckabuck.
Wow.
Dude, that's the forbidden dance.
Oh wow.
Dude, yeah, dog.
Hey,
Dude,
it was
that's
3
the
o'clock.
forbidden dance.
Look how happy he is right there.
Man,
Look at this
It was
dude,
3
look.
o'clock in the morning.
Man.
I had been drinking a lot of alcohol that
Nigga,
night.
you did that at 8.
And, no, but I was still, I don't. My tolerance isn't
hold
that high.
on. Let me say this. Now this is the problem I have. I used to love that song, Jamie Foxx. blame it on the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
When you get past a certain fucking age, you can't blame it on the alcohol. You know how how you react to alcohol.
Okay, but God,
so don't blame it on that alcohol shit.
Okay,
you
let me
too
talk.
old to be blaming shit on alcohol.
Can I talk, guy?
Because your
Can I
real
talk?
feelings coming out.
Okay, can I talk, guy?
Go ahead.
All right. What do you always say? You will not trust anybody who doesn't what?
Drink.
Okay, because of what?
Because when you're drunk, the truth comes out.
Okay, so what I'm saying, it's like
It's a truth. It's a truth serum.
Right,
so what I'm saying is,
so maybe,
don't blame it on alcohol.
Steve, what did you think of the night?
No, I had a great night. I just think that I had a good time. I'm not gonna get into it.
Hold on a second.
Get into it.
Hold on, no, don't get into it because you know what? You got a girl.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's putting my business in the street. What about Miss Claudia Jordan? Who was she with that night? Okay, all right.
that
Did
was
we
smooth.
swipe left?
Wait a minute, I
Did we
forgot
swipe
about
right?
that.
I know.
She's smooth.
Exactly.
She was on a date. Wait a minute.
Exactly. Everybody forgets.
tell.
Okay.
Do
Who
tell.
was Claudia Jordan on the date with? What's his name?
Yeah.
His name.
Tommy. If I got a Tammy, you got a Tommy.
Okay.
No. His name is Kevin.
No.
They made up the name.
Okay,
Kevin.
that's
Okay,
right.
here's the thing. I don't really know his name.
We can't pronounce his name.
I'm done.
What?
Go to commercial.
I can't say his
Jerron,
name.
go
So
to
I told
commercial.
them, I said, your name is Kevin from now on. I can't say his
She act
name.
like she's Rudy and called his brother Bud. She changed his name.
But the funny thing is,
I swear to God, he answers to it.
but wait, in the escape room, everyone's like, Kevin, get the phone book. And he's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I had to stop everybody. I said, that's not this brother's name.
And this
don't know.
guy is a very prideful guy, and he got upset every time someone called him Kevin because his name is like it's a unique name.
Right, it's cool,
like
but-
a it's like a
Is he Nigerian
tribal.
or something?
It's like a-
What is he?
Is he Nigerian?
No.
What is he? What's his ethnicity?
He's from Missouri, huh?
If he's Nigerian,
That's
I'm
why
like,
being from Missouri.
He's a black dude from Tinder. That's what he is.
I'm about to
Tinder.
say, if he's Nigerian, is that the dude
Tinder
that
man.
stole my credit card?
Here's the thing, though. He's from Tinder, but how many dates have you gone out on? Because this is not the first time that we've actually
Look,
double
Mike
dated.
loving this. He
I'm
getting
just
her
saying.
back. Get her, Mike,
what's
get
up?
her.
What's up? Since we gonna put our
We got
business-
Shady Mike and
my
Drinking
business in street.
Claudia.
You need
Yeah.
my glasses? Come on. You want to
No, she drinking. She drinking truth serum. Truth serum.
Listen.
The glass is yours.
I'm
Come
not
on.
afraid of my truth.
Put your truth out
He
there.
has offered to help me move, offered to help let me stay with him while I move.
Okay.
You just met him. He's offering this
Yeah.
already.
CJ put it down.
I've not slept with him.
Not
Not slept with him.
Nice.
Does that count? Does that count?
I've not slept with him. I've slept with one person in 2017. This has been the driest year ever,
That is
and only a few
pathetic.
times.
Well, maybe
You're
that's
such a
why.
beautiful, such a waste of a beautiful girl. You
So-
only had one
And a
person?
beautiful vagina.
Hold on. Here's the
But
thing.
it's
You're my
dry. You
sister.
Here's
just
the
said
thing.
it was dry.
One
Dry
at a time.
year.
Oh,
One
dry
at a time.
year. I thought you
One
meant
at a
you
time.
were dry.
One at a
Oh,
time.
absolutely not.
Semantics. One at a time. Semantics. You have not
Sahara.
slept with him.
Right.
That's your
What has
nickname.
happened between the two of you if he's offering you all these different things?
He says that he thinks I'm very optimistic and he loves my personality. He's like, I really like you.
You're a likable person. You
I
really
am.
are. When people get to know Claudia Jordan, you really start to love and respect and appreciate.
Bullshit.
You do.
Oh, shut up, guy.
You do. Seriously,
Oh,
here's the
angry
thing.
ass little
All right,
nigga.
so Claudia is in the process
You like
of
that
moving.
black Smurf. Remember the Smurf? There was one that got bit in the tail.
I never
and he used to be
saw
like,
a black
get out.
The angry
That's you.
Smurf.
He was
That's
mad.
right.
He used to bite everybody on the tail and shit.
That's hilarious.
Look up the black Smurf.
There is a black Smurf?
There's a black
I
Smurf.
never knew that. I
Get
never
that
knew.
Smurf. Because I used to collect Smurfs when I was little. And I had like 90 of them.
Angry Smurf.
Yeah, I used to like Smurfs.
It wasn't that many. It was more.
There was 99.
It was
And
99 Smurfs.
98 ran. They all
Who
ran a
knew there
train
was
on.
that many
Wow.
Smurfs?
Damn.
They all shared Smurf apps.
How many
For
did you
real?
give blue
She was a
balls
hoe.
to?
Oh, wow.
You gave blue balls to your Smurfs?
So anyways, Tinder works. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm just out there. I'm just trying to make myself get out there. And
Will
date.
you see him again?
Yeah, we cool. Even if it doesn't go anywhere,
Dude,
like,
he seems
I
like a dude.
him.
He was a cool cat.
I
He
like him
seems cool.
as a person. Like,
He seems cool.
If it doesn't go anywhere, which he's younger than me, he's like 10 years younger than me.
Well,
Wow.
Which is like what I
There's
used to.
nothing wrong
That's
with
what I
that.
used to always date.
So
He's got
so
a
he's
strong
50.
back. He's got
He
a
is.
strong
He's 34.
He's got a strong back.
Well, I would hope so because I have injured people in sex before.
You've told us that.
Wow.
You've
I
told
heard
us
some
that.
guy's rib got out of place one time. I'm like, fucking man up.
Well, that's
Tell
when
us.
he gave it to.
How the hell
Eve.
you ride somebody if you breaking dudes' ribs?
Listen, it's not my fault if you're delicate, and if you haven't played sports, then we can't be together.
Was your arm going like this?
That's what's up. Hey, this is the Unstable Podcast,
Yes, it is.
episode 11. Mike Hill back in the house.
I love you.
Shout out. I love you too.
I
Shout
I
out.
wasn't talking about that.
Stop it. Stop. We're not going. I did not say that. Come on. Hold on. I'm the person that's on this panel that's never been in love.
But you know what though?
I just
But you
can't
know-
quit you.
But
Stop
you know
it.
what, though,
Stop it.
Mike,
I did
judging-
not do that.
Judging from the pictures that we saw, I believe Steve now. Steve said that
Steve
he said
did
the I love you thing. And
No,
those pictures.
I did not say.
Hey,
I
those
didn't tell
pictures-
anybody.
Steve did it. Okay,
Dude,
I
those
did.
pictures.
I did talk to her and I asked her.
What did
And
she
she
say?
said, I didn't hear that. She goes, did I hear that? And I said, no.
See, don't even put that
did
out
it,
there.
But did it seem like he seemed like there was love?
Listen,
Yes,
okay, you
look
know
at
what?
the
Maybe. Okay, here's the
I
thing.
think-
break.
Maybe you
It's time for a
did
commercial
say.
break.
Maybe you did say that's what I love about
I think he
her.
did say that.
But maybe you did say that. But your actions was like, I love this
Okay,
motherfucker.
can
Let me tell you what. Let me
hold
tell you
on.
what. A picture says 3 words. I love you.
Can I ask you this question, right?
Y'all could have been a black couple in the photo
we
album.
could have been. Was it being reciprocated?
I don't know. Let's look
Oh,
at the
no,
picture.
hold on a
Yeah.
second.
I wasn't there, so I
Was
don't know.
No, you were there.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it being reciprocated?
Y'all were affectionate toward each other. Y'all
We've
were,
been knowing
yes.
each other, so it was a good date.
But
It
so-
was really
So
a
what
good
date
date.
was this? Number what?
This was like date number 4 or something like that.
The picture looked like it was.
Yeah,
it
she's
was,
cool.
The picture
She-
looked like
I
it was.
told you.
It was
She's cool. She's legit. I like her. I'm not gonna lie about that. I like her, but still getting to know one. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later on the show.
Nice.
Seriously,
But
because
Nice
I
way
do
to
have
go.
I do have a confession to make, and I will get some things off my chest. But we're gonna do that during the relationship topic. Once again, Mike Hill back in the house. Shout out to Tony Rock, who was in here last
Yes,
week as
TR808.
co-host. Great job
Yes.
last week. Nahisha Pettit, who also came in. Another outstanding show of the Unstable
Yes.
Podcast. We're going to keep this thing moving because, God, it is time for the word of the day. Are you ready for
It
the
is
word
word for the day, but
Okay.
that photo did look like Jet Magazine photo of the week.
Right.
I dated
That's what I
I
say.
dated 3 jet centerfolds in my life.
I was a
have
Jet
couple of
centerfold.
them. I haven't. Hey, okay, so what up, Unstable
a host.
Podcast? We doing word of the day. We're going to give our handles out, man.
Okay, do the handles.
Let's give our handles out so people can follow us,
That's
man.
it.
Instagram and Twitter, please follow us on Unstable Podcast. That's with a D, Unstable Podcast. On Facebook, Unstable, apostrophe D. Unstable, apostrophe D. On YouTube, follow us at Unstable Podcast. Unstable Podcast. If you want to email us, please email us at unstablepodcast@gmail.com. Unstablepodcast@gmail.com.
All right. Okay.
All right, word of the day.
Okay.
The word of the day is, I'm trying to upgrade my vocabulary along with Steve's and everybody else, our viewers and our listeners. So the word of the day is multifarious. Multifarious.
Multifarious.
Multifarious. It is spelled multifarious. Multifarious. It is an adjective. And it means, the definition is having or occurring in great variety, very diverse, great number, and a lot of.
I got
A
that
whole
one.
bunch of
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
all right? So the sentence is actually, the last chick I dated, sex was the bomb. But because of her because her behavior was multifarious, it led me to say, bitch, you crazy.
Okay. Okay. All right. All
Bitch,
right.
you crazy. Multifarious.
Multifarious.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
Steve.
Emmy,
No, wait. What was the definition
Yeah.
again?
It means a lot of, a bunch of, great variety. Myriad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what myriad means?
But here,
Yeah,
let's
that's a
try.
lot.
Let's try this
It's
right
another
here.
word we need to.
So the date we went out on the other night, it exposed a multifarious.
Power through.
Go ahead. Keep on going. Keep going.
Let's see.
Stick the-
Using it
Come
in
back
wrong
to come
tense,
back to me.
though.
Come
You
back to
use
me. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Yeah, come
the
on.
Okay, come back to me.
Okay,
Let me get
okay.
on. Come back to me.
It's
Come
an
back.
adjective.
I wanna
Remember,
say
it's an
this right.
adjective.
I'm working on this
Not
one.
a
Come back to
pronoun
me.
or a
Come back to
noun.
me.
I really want to hook Mike up with one of my really good friends, but because of his multifarious assortment of women, I'm not
There we
sure.
go. Right.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
Yes. That's properly used. Absolutely. Multifarious.
The reason I've had a multitude of women because when I use my tongue the right way, they have multifarious orgasms.
Fucking lizard man over there.
Text my girl. Get up
I'm
here.
just letting you know. I'm just
Right.
being honest with you because I do have a black belt in tongue fu.
So,
I do.
Mike, your tongue game is
Okay,
better than your
okay.
dick game?
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, it's equally potent.
it?
I'm just saying it's equally
Because he
potent.
mentioned
I
the
heard
tongue
it-
game more than...
No, well, I do that, but at the same time, like we have a performance
same
enhancing
size.
drug that Steve and I use that helps me out a lot. I'm just
Leave
being
me
honest.
out of it. Don't bring me into your
Hold on.
bullshit.
Hold on. Guy said he heard the tongue and the dick is the same,
Same size. I heard the same size. Your tongue and your dick was
What
same
the fuck?
size.
How do you know about my?
I know a couple of your girls play.
You don't know what? I got a big tongue. See, my tongue's so
I'ma
big
stay
I didn't
out
even
of
say
You
it.
can't say. Sound like Russell Simmons.
I wish we could have
Okay.
a
I know, right?
I wish we could have a
We'll get into
multifarious
that later in the
conversation
show.
about something else. What the hell is talking about this dude penis size?
I know
Multifarious.
exactly. The fact that he's bringing up, exactly. Why are you bringing up my penis size?
It doesn't have to be
There's
that
so many
big.
multifarious
exactly.
conversations we could be having right now.
When,
besides this
when
dude's
he's
penis.
admitted that his penis size is not the biggest in the world.
Okay,
It's like,
Centimeter Peter.
okay, so
There's a
Centimeter Peter.
multifarious amount of topics we could be talking about besides your penis. Can we please move on?
Okay,
Now,
so
there you go.
I'm uncomfortable. This
There
is
you
sexual
go.
harassment. I feel uncomfortable.
There you go.
I
You
would,
use
like,
it correctly.
I would like to know from the fellas.
Yes.
Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Are you over or under what you think the average penis size is? Go.
I'm about
Over.
average.
guy?
I'm right there at it.
I'm like a little bit over average. And here's the thing: I don't think guys should lie
much
on the penis
explaining.
side.
Right.
Why, hold on. Here's the thing: why do guys lie about their penis? You know what I mean?
It's ego.
It's what you have.
Right.
It's what
It's
God
ego.
has blessed you with. It's like small. I'm
Or
not saying I'm not
not.
looking at you because you got nice breasts. But
I
I'm
did.
saying
Again,
Hey,
sexual
come on, man. We can't do that
I'm just-
now.
oh well, she's
Very
doing
perky.
that.
We can't do that
But
now.
I'm saying it's like so there are women who have small breasts, and that's what God has blessed them with. It's not like we can take our penis to the gym and make it bigger.
Yeah,
It's not
man.
like it's something that's
Girls
going to be.
get fake boobs.
There's nothing that we
disagree.
can do about our penises.
Yes, there is.
I disagree.
Yes, there is.
There's a bunch of ads on Pornhub.
So that lets you know, no. You say,
There's a bunch of ads on Pornhub.
There is everybody. Go ahead and please Google this right now.
All right, let's go.
Everybody,
Google.
you people at home as well.
You people, that was very racist.
You
Racist.
people.
Been working around
People.
Donald Trump too
Who you
long.
talking about?
You
Okay, what is
people,
it?
She
What
you
is
know
it?
who you are.
Okay.
Okay, Google penile enlargement surgery.
No,
But-
I ain't doing this.
no.
There is surgery. There is
Before
surgery.
and after pictures. I want you to see.
No, I don't want to see no live
Oh
pictures.
my God!
I'll take your word.
Listen. I need men to stop pretending that if you see another guy's penis, that makes you gay. It does not make you gay.
That's- yeah,
That's in
that's
the
immature.
interest of science and medicine.
Right.
If there's something out there that can make you a better man or a bigger man, why not look into
But
it?
I'm fine.
That's a woman.
That's the thing. I'm fine with
That's
what
I want y'all
not,
to
don't
see.
show. Take that off the damn screen, man. Nobody want to see that.
Gerard, I want that to show.
glad
No.
That's the show.
Hey, turn that camera
No,
around. Nobody
no,
want to see
that's-
that.
No, yes, no.
Thank
Thank
God
No.
for the back
Put
of
it on
computer
there.
People,
screens.
Put it on
listen.
there.
There's a lot of relationships that did not make it because of that. And if we can help people like find love through the miracle of
don't turn that
medicinal
around.
penile enlargement,
don't
I think we're
wanna see
doing a public
Why
service.
isn't my heart big enough? You know, why isn't my tongue and
Because
everything
your heart
else?
can't touch the sides of them walls.
I think a worse problem than a small penis is one that can't get hard. And that seems to be a growing epidemic, especially when you start dating guys over 30.
I
Yeah.
don't like your attitude.
You start losing testosterone
First of all,
when
we
you get
care
over
about
the age
people.
of like 35, 40. You start losing testosterone. So yeah, you got
Yeah, you got
So
to
we end up
be
cuddling and all that shit.
And it's also a mind thing too. You got to be. I think sometimes when you get a certain age, you got to really be into the person to. Really,
know
you,
what?
have you have a picture
That's
TV
true.
show
Yep.
and they
That's
don't
true.
pick it up.
Yep.
See if you gonna get. She ain't
That's
getting no
true.
dick that
Yep,
night.
you really got to
But
be
you know
into
that's
the
that's
person.
that's men and women. When you do get older, it's like you have to be really into the person to get excited to
Yeah.
get to get
Yep.
an
You
orgasm.
got to
to
really
get
be
erect,
into it.
things
That's
like
you
that.
know.
I can't really get into it unless I really have feelings for you. But you shouldn't be having sex with someone unless you do. Like I can't not do casual sex. I cannot do casual sex. It can't be. It has to be. I can't. I can't. I can't do it. It's not exciting to me. Like
can't
because
do
I
it no
feel
more.
like
Exciting to me.
it's too many questions. Like what is it? Where is this going? What is this? Is are we
Yeah,
gonna
where's
talk
it
after
going
this?
is a powerful
And it just
question.
feels like I can't like let loose, and I'm not as good.
like
Just
You're
fuck
such
first,
a-
ask questions
I'm sorry.
later.
I'm not as good.
First of all, stop interrupting. All right, let Claudia finish her.
He does
wasn't
interrupt me a
saying
lot.
that.
doesn't
You
he?
interrupt a lot.
I was
You're
not.
an asshole right now.
I just made a little
You're
comment.
really being an
He
asshole.
trying to act like
today.
he defended you, but the jab was on him, so he tried to come.
No.
Oh,
Hey, he does work for Fox. He works for Fox. Big doctor.
But I have watched a few shows. He does interrupt me a lot.
He does.
It's almost a little premature ejaculation-ish. Ish.
Yes, it is. It is. He can't help it. He can't help
You
it.
do?
Yeah. Stop talking.
I think that's a lack of
just to
respect.
take a jab at me. All right.
Pre-cum
That's cool.
all over my mic. all over my mic. Steve's pre-cum.
And you can get pregnant from pre-cum. Just like
Yes, you
You
can.
can do
I
it.
used to work for WIC.
That's
yes,
right.
You can.
You can.
Yes, you can. Them little swimmers be in there.
You know, there is a technical
party up
term.
in
Look
there.
this up for.
as long as ain't no pictures,
pulling
I
out.
ain't looking it up.
Pulling out. There is a actual term that you can use. It's the
It's
medical
called,
term.
Hurry up!
The medical term for pulling out. There is a medical term.
Unlock
I
your
found
legs.
this out.
It's the rhythm method.
What's it called?
Coitus.
Well, the rhythm method
Coitus
is when you have
interruptus.
sex at certain
Coitus
times of the month.
interruptus for pulling out. That's the medical term.
Really?
For
Yeah, because
pulling out.
coitus is sex, so interrupt. Yeah, wow.
Oh, you knew that?
Spell it. Spell it.
Coitus?
Coitus is COITUS.
Steve, you trying to get your girl pregnant?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
Okay.
I mean, not now because I aim for the stomach, but eventually.
You don't lay in it?
Yeah, he
No,
puts
no, no,
pools
we-
on our
no,
stomach.
because I mean, we
You don't. What? Wow.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We got more to get to in the relationship topic right now.
Wow.
Jerron, are we ready to
Wow.
We
tell
have a
them
when it's
multifarious
time,
of
when it's
stories
time.
today.
Yeah.
multifarious of stories?
stories today,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, it's time to find out what's hot.
So hot and
Brr.
so hot and oh.
Hey y'all, it's a lot of nervous dudes right now.
Yes, it is.
And Hollywood executives, part of companies. It's open season on creep dudes. If you grabbed an ass, you will not get a pass. I mean, the hashtag Me Too is really going off right now. The latest victim or somebody that was treating somebody like a victim, Charlie Rose, on Tuesday got fired by CBS. Charlie Rose walking around naked in CBS and the allegations of 8 women sexual harassment. He got fired by CBS. Here are his former co-hosts, Nora O'Donnell and Gayle King, talking about it.
Wow. Gayle, I know you and I have talked a lot about this, and it takes a lot of courage for these women to come forward, and I think that they should continue to do something.
We hope that they will continue to speak up.
Yeah.
Man.
I also want to say that this is a moment that demands a frank and honest assessment about where we stand and more generally the safety of women. Let me be very clear. There is no excuse for this alleged behavior. It is systematic and pervasive. And I've been doing a lot of listening, and I'm going to continue to do that. This I know is true. Women cannot achieve equality in the workplace or in society until there is a reckoning and a taking of responsibility. I'm really proud to work at CBS News. There are so many incredible people here, especially on this show, all of you here. This will be investigated. This has to end. This behavior is wrong. Period.
Yeah, the Harvey Weinstein, and this week alone, allegations have come out against Al Franken, the senator from Minnesota.
I got a problem with that, but
Russell Simmons.
Man.
Russell Simmons, Def Jam mogul, Brett Ratner, John Conyers, who is the longest running congressman right now out there in Washington, and of course the biggest creep, Roy Moore.
Judge.
Judge Roy Moore
senator.
is running for senator. Somebody that Donald Trump basically gave a pass to on Tuesday as well.
pedophile.
You know, I'm going to speak recklessly because I've been drinking.
Okay, I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
There's a whole, now that this Pandora's box has been opened, there's so many more people that could be put on blast that have not been in jeopardy because people like me and lots of others have kept my mouth shut. I remember one radio host I used to work with that said he would fuck me till my period and make my period come early.
Wow.
And make it where we felt like we had to hang with him or we would, not be in his good graces. And if a lot of other women would come forward, I would gladly join them in taking this motherfucker out.
Well,
and it's a lot of them out there that do this, and it's like, I'm one of the boys. I can take the jokes, and you guys know this. Because
absolutely. That's why we fuck with
I
you.
get it when it's like a sense of humor, but when it's a thing where it's a person that kind of like throws their power around,
Right.
where you feel like, if I don't, I could not have my job, or it could affect things, that's when there's a problem. And I don't want people to get paranoid where listen, ladies, every little joke is not a sexual harassment case. So don't abuse it.
Right.
There's girls that have actually been raped and actually been fondled and actually been disrespected like that. There's a difference between that and making an off-color joke. When it's an off-color joke, you can either laugh at it or say, hey, and check it when it happens. But there are people out here that are really, really, really abusing their shit. And I don't want things to get cluttered. There's so many people coming out now. I don't want people to get desensitized where we stop caring about the real cases. That's when people stop believing the real cases. So
And I've been having-
y'all can put 2 and 2 together.
I've been having this
Fuck 'em if you want to. Go ahead.
I've been having this conversation for the last few weeks with guys, in cigar shops and stuff. And a lot of guys are like, man, why these bitches didn't come out sooner? These bitches are tricks. They just thirsty. And it's not that. If you see what's going on right now in the Judge Roy Moore case, his lawyers are going after these victims and just dogging them. And that's why women are not coming out, because they're getting dragged through the mud. So that's why a lot of women stay silent. They're not thirsty. A lot of them don't want anything. It's just like, it's tough. So you fellas out there who thinking that these women are thirsty, man, fuck you.
It's not fun to come out and have to say that stuff.
deal with that.
And then you feel like me just saying that will make some other people say, she might be a troublemaker. Maybe we don't want to work with her.
Right.
So then we keep quiet because we want to work.
Right. And you suppress it so deep that you don't want to remember it.
And we laugh about it. I did an interview about Steven Seagal where if you saw the interview, you thought it didn't even bother me because I had to. Like, it wasn't the place. There wasn't the caring environment to be like, are you okay? It was just like, okay, let me act like I didn't care so it doesn't have power over me.
Right.
Claudia, first of all, I think it's brave that you actually came out and said something about this. Now, it's totally up to you about if you want to reveal who this person is. I think a lot of us, because we know you, can kind of put two and two together and
Right.
figure out who
Right.
it is.
Right.
But if you would like, because like you said, maybe it takes that first person
Right.
to have the courage to say something, because there could be a long line of sexual misconduct by this particular person, and it only takes one person to make those dominoes fall.
It's someone I was talking to someone about it today, about whether or not I'm gonna come forward and like put the name out there. But it's someone that who's known to have a lot of issues with women, who goes through female co-hosts a lot,
On the radio.
many. Like I'm like number 5. You already know, Steve.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
wow.
And it's like
I thought it was somebody else. Now I know.
no. And it's just like. Then when you're not there anymore, you get slandered and your name gets dragged. I think that's a form of abuse as well.
Yeah.
When someone doesn't get with you and then you get rid of them, or they're not there anymore, but then you like trash their reputation and say, well, she was probably fucking with this other guy here, and then you leave a stain on my reputation. Like
A
I
lot
didn't
of
work my
clown-ass
ass
people out
off.
there that do stuff like that.
And it's like that's just as damaging to a woman. Like that's another form of sexual abuse, to use those kind of tactics against a woman. You know, like you're mad at them, so then you attack them sexually, like you insult their integrity, like they're a slut or they're a whore, and that they're not desirable,
Or
they're
they
not a good
wanted
person.
it.
And I just feel like that's
She
reckless
was
as well.
asking for it.
Yeah, she was
Not asking for
Go ahead, Claudia.
There's a lot of people I can speak on in this business, because it's not happened one time. It's happened many times. I've been in a room with a director, I think I mentioned to you. Black director, shut the door, locked the door, told me
yeah.
to take my top off to audition for him. He drugged one of my friend's water, and she flagged down a police officer and brought the water and had it tested. Tested positive for the GHB.
Explain what GAP.
Oh, the date
GHB
rape
is.
drug.
Yeah.
I was around an R&B singer in Cancun one time. He put the shit in my drink.
Really?
You know what I mean? And I'll tell
Was
you.
this on the cruise?
No, this was like a long time. This was like 1999.
I mean, you've even brought up situations
At
on this
90s R&B
podcast
singer.
before where, before he was the president, Donald Trump has done some things, and we've heard about
Right.
his past.
Yes.
You
And
know,
when I was-
grab her by the pussy or whatnot, and then,
Right.
like I said on Tuesday, basically giving Roy Moore a pass because he wants his tax bill passed.
A
And he did it again
pedophile.
today, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, today's Tuesday, so there's like.
And for those that
yeah,
don't know,
so-
Roy Moore is a pedophile. This is a dude who's been banned from malls. There's only
Yeah.
2 reasons to get banned from malls. I know one dude, Ronnie Worthy, got banned from a mall because he was steal. Either you're stealing or you fucking with these little girls, and you can't vote for this dude.
So Ronnie Worthy's about to sue you now. I mean, it's
Shame
like-
on any woman that has the audacity and who's a coward ass bitch to still vote for a Republican or support Roy Moore.
Yes.
Or any of those people,
Yeah.
especially the GOP in Alabama.
Yes.
If you're more afraid of a Democrat than a pedophile,
Yeah.
then you don't give a
Says
fuck about your
a
own daughters,
lot.
your nieces, your cousins, your sisters, nothing. Fuck you, because you are ruining our country.
That
People
is
like you.
disgusting.
Yeah.
If
People
you vote
like
for this
you.
dude.
Like you
I
said-
would not vote for a Democrat over a pedophile.
Pedophile. That's what they said in Alabama.
If there's a Democrat that's a pedophile and my choice is him or a Republican, I'm gonna have to go with the guy that's better for the country.
What's sad about society right now, and religion kind of goes into politics, because Roy
Yeah.
Moore and evangelical
Right.
people that are out there still supporting him, basically saying we have forgiven him because what he did was 30 years ago, which they admit that he has done something wrong.
Right.
They are saying that they would rather vote for a guy who is a pedophile than somebody who will be a Democrat and go out there and vote in favor of abortions. Here's the thing. It's almost like saying we would rather this guy go out here, have a sexual relationship with a 14 or 15-year-old, get her pregnant, right? And if
Right.
she got pregnant and had an abortion, we'd be more pissed at her
Right.
than we'd be pissed at him.
Right.
That
Having
is
an abortion
so
is worse
dumb.
than sleeping with children. Abortion is worse than sleeping
That's
with
what
children.
I'm
to these
saying. It's
people,
like
yeah.
these people, I mean, it's
Yeah.
so backwards. And to your point, Claudia, if you are a woman right now and you still support these men who are abusing these women, who are preying on these women, shame on you.
Either
Fuck
shame
by the
on
way.
you or you're
Seriously.
afraid to
Fuck
to
you.
stand up for yourself.
Eat a dick, bitch.
And the other thing is,
Seriously.
it doesn't matter if it's Republican, Democrat, Green Party, black, white.
Nothing. I
All
don't
that
care.
shit is wrong. I don't give
All
a
of
fuck what
it.
party you
Wrong
belong
is
to.
wrong. At
what
what point in
gender you
time?
are and what nationality you are, it's all wrong. So it's not a party thing. It's a bipartisan thing.
This country is never gonna get better and progress if we only go with the party.
Right.
Right.
Yes, I'm a Democrat
Right.
and I support Democrats because I believe in the
Right.
principles, but I'm not going to support a pedophile Democrat. I'm not going to
Right.
support a
Or-
rapist
or-
Democrat.
Right.
Here's what I will say about the whole sexual harassment thing. And of course, I work at Fox, and that's full disclosure. And a lot of things have gone on at Fox with Roger Ailes
Right.
and O'Reilly, and of
Right.
course, a guy that was the president of our company named Jamie Horowitz, who got fired for sexual misconduct or sexual harassment. Is that it has changed the way I interact with my female co-workers, especially in the makeup room. There have been times I've gone in, and I've never done anything creepy, I didn't think, in my opinion, going in, hugging them and saying, hey, beautiful, something like that. Now it's totally business. It's totally professional,
Right.
because you never know when somebody's going to have one of those days and they're going to feel a certain way. I always say sexual harassment. There's a fine line between sexual harassment and friendly flirting.
Right.
The way they
big
take
time.
it. Because sexual harassment could be somebody, the woman, taking it as, oh, I think he's cute. I like him. That's friendly flirting. But if they think you're creepy, if they don't like
Right,
the
yeah.
advances, you
Right.
can do the same thing somebody
That's
they
true.
think is a creep doing.
Right.
But at the same time, that would be sexual harassment in their opinion. So just don't do it. Just stay away from it.
See, here's the thing. We have to rewire ourselves. And this country has always had to rewire themselves. From when we were slaves and we became free, white America had to rewire themselves to treat us a different way, even though it still treat us fucked up
Exactly.
sometimes. With the gay community. Now that homosexuality is accepted and widely now. You have to rewire ourselves where we can't say certain things that we did when we was
What
growing
about
up.
as a comedian, though?
As a comedian, it's funny because this weekend, while you all were at your escape room extravaganza and shit, I was downtown LA in the fashion district with my stylist looking at some stuff, and I saw these mannequins, these female mannequins with big titties and nice ass. So I was joking around and I said, take a picture. And I grabbed the female mannequin's breast like Al Franken did,
right.
and looked back. And I grabbed her butt, the mannequin, and I grabbed the other one's cooch, and I said, oh, I'm gonna post it. But then right after that, my conscience said, you can't do that because some women are going to get offended and think you're joking about that whole situation.
you're taking it too
and
lightly.
And I asked, my stylist, I said, hey, she's a woman. I said, hey, she said, oh, that's funny. You got to post it. I said, yeah, but being a woman, would you be offended if you were one that got harassed? Or
But
this
I
happened to
also
you?
told you
Like,
there was
yeah.
a way you could have did that, and it would have.
Nah, I just rather stay away from it though.
No, I feel you, but if you touch the shoulder or like
It doesn't matter.
You shouldn't
still
even joke about
You
it.
still joke,
You-
and
yeah.
I'm a no filter comedian. You just don't
Right.
give a fuck. But you still have to have filter, and you have to have class, and you have to have tact.
I hate that things are like so bad now that I hate that comedy really gets affected.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
Like
is.
the thing about comedy, what makes it so great in an escape is the inappropriate things
Right.
that are said and
Right.
things that you're not supposed to really
Right.
say and the things that are taboo. And it's really gonna it's gonna be a downer.
It depends on who it
comedy.
is.
Because the PC police are everywhere now. You can't say anything. The minute you start talking, they're sitting there waiting on you to say something wrong so they can get you. They're just like, wait till he finish that sentence.
Right.
We'll get him later.
I'll wait.
Like
Make
you
one-
can't even say black or you can't say gay or you can't say, like there's a lot of things you can't even
Everything's-
say anymore.
Right.
You know?
We're changing the perspective on everything. One more point on this, though. I think the only downfall to this is there are a lot of women who deserve opportunities out there, who are well qualified,
Right.
who deserve these opportunities out there, won't get these opportunities because still men run the world when it comes to executives
that's fucked up.
and making those decisions. And a lot of times they will give a woman sometimes the job over a man who is just equally qualified because they
Right.
feel like they can have a sexual relationship with him. And now that's not going to happen.
The person I was talking to earlier about what's been like the person I said that was harassing me or was saying like inappropriate stuff, he told me straight up, this person specifically wanted to work with you because he thought he was gonna get some pussy from you one day.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
he,
it.
and he didn't, and they started like sabotaging you right away.
Right.
And it's like, but the thing is like, a man's word about someone. I remember being on the red carpet, and it was like a huge premiere. I was working for Fox Sports for the an extreme sports show, actually with Leanne Tweeden. We would go cover, movie premieres. And a really big celebrity that had hit on me that I didn't get with was on the red carpet, and I was trying to get his attention, but like he was mad that I never went out with him.
Right.
And I was in the middle of interviewing Michael Bay, and in the middle of the interview, he rolls up and says, "Why you talking to her? She ain't shit. She the worst one out here."
Wow.
And it's like, and I had to hold back tears and still had to try to be professional. But
Bitter.
like, that's a form of, it's not sexual abuse, but it's abuse. And it's like, it's like you feel like,
It's the payback.
how can I compete with that? That's like the good old boys club. They're to get like, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of men that they don't get their way. They will slander you and they'll make
Right.
you look like a whore or a slut, and they'll belittle you, and then all your credibility goes out the
Yeah.
window.
And the sad part is what you said, Mike, too. It's like when it comes down to maybe a male and a female for a job opportunity, and now it's in this new climate, the employer may choose the man because they may not want to deal with any future
true.
sexual
Right.
harassment,
And
which is
they're
kind of
gonna
fucked
be
up.
backlash.
Yeah,
And that's the
like,
fallout, because there's comedians who won't take a woman comedian on the road because of that, because a lot of women comedians have trouble going on the road. So now comedians say, oh, they're emotional, oh, their problems, they're this, they're that. And that's kind of fucked up criteria to have that in that equation.
Why can't people just behave? Like, you know what's appropriate and what's not. You can flirt with someone. If you feel like they're giving rhythm back, then that's a green light.
Right.
If they're not, then you stop. Don't masturbate in front of a woman you're not having sex with. Don't send a dick pic to a woman you're not having sex with or who did not ask. They do, though. I have pictures of my phone from guys
She
on
was trying to show
Snapchat.
me. I was like, no.
Yeah. Their first correspondence is of them jerking off on Snapchat.
Who does that?
Why
And
would
it's like,
you?
it's very insulting because it's like, you think that I would respond to that. I mean, I did one
really?
time.
Who did
But outside of that, it's very offensive. I am a motherfucking lady.
Did you respond with doing the same thing he was doing?
I've never sent any naked picture of myself, not once in my life.
Not one time.
And I have
Such a
made
waste of a pretty girl.
I've made sex tapes. I've made a few
You
sex
made
tapes.
sex tapes?
Yes, of course. I have it in my phone right now.
Everybody's made sex tapes.
Go on the cloud right now. Go on the cloud. Tap into Claudia's phone.
But
Remember, I used to send y'all the tapes.
someone will be in trouble. But anyways, they weren't with someone then, but they were someone else.
I know, right?
But I'm just saying, I would never let the men have it. Like, they can't film me. I have to film them.
Okay, so you never show your face, right?
No, I
You
show
never- you
my-
never
my-
show your
film
face.
all of
Never
them.
show your
My
face.
tape,
on
it's
your
all,
tape.
it's beautiful.
But you know,
shot.
how many times have people had their phones hacked into or whatever? We've seen when the cloud gets hacked
shit.
into,
But I
it,
erase
you
all
might
my
want to
videos.
delete all of that, Claudia.
that's-
That's
None of
cool.
you
I
nerds
know
better
a
get
lot-
my cloud.
There are a lot of guys out
Get
there
your
now.
cloud.
They're looking
They
for
looking right now.
to try and hack into your
They
phone.
got Leslie Jones like that?
And also, Steve, please.
Leslie was getting it in.
Steve used to send.
butt.
Remember,
But this
saw
was a
that.
long time ago, though.
real quick, before Steve was in a committed relationship, Steve, I guess he thought he was doing us a favor.
Right.
Steve would have women that he would have relationships with, sexual relationships. All of a sudden, a video will pop up in a group text with a bunch of us guys, and we, pop on the video. That's what you do. You don't know what's on the video.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you see women like grinding on Steve, basically calling him daddy or whatever.
And I get all these text messages. What the hell?
What's wrong? Nobody wants to
Here's
see
the-
this.
Here's the thing. He would say in the text, he would say, "Hey, look at this girl." So we gonna look at the girl.
Right.
You ain't saying that
Because
you
we
in
don't
the
see
damn picture
Steve.
too.
Exactly. And this girl is on top of
violation,
Steve
man.
or giving him, what? I'm like, nobody wants to see that.
So he was
That's
showing
what
y'all
you-
that?
He
This
was
was a
showing us
long
that.
time ago.
Yeah.
So men will show each other's sex tapes?
No.
Yeah.
Do you
Well, I
make sex
did.
tapes?
And then I just drew
No.
the line when you did that with
Wait,
Carly.
take that
I
back.
said,
Take
do
that
not
back.
show.
Hey, liar,
I
liar,
made a sex
pants
tape
on
before,
fire.
right? But I don't show my boys.
Yeah.
I made a sex tape before, but I don't show anybody.
Do you make sex tapes?
I've showed
I haven't made a sex tape in a long time.
I've showed
I
him
just
like
don't.
10 of
I
mine
just
at
don't
least.
trust it. I don't trust it.
What?
I showed him at least 10 of mine.
All right.
So you want your boys to see your penis? or something?
and
No
that's-
more.
that's a
That's when I was
violation.
younger.
Oh my gosh.
Still,
man.
that's a violation, though.
Once they
It
told
is.
me, they was like, don't send me that. I was like,
Well,
all right.
nobody
Say
wants to
something.
see that.
I almost broke your phone one time. You had me like, look at this girl, and I go and it's you. Like, ah! Come on, dude. That's not that.
And then
that
you
ain't
keep
cool.
it on your phone,
No,
and then
they
you go
erase.
on dates. No, you go on dates.
I
Remember
don't do that
one-
no
you-
more, but
I
after
know
that-
because you're in a relationship. But remember the date you went on, and she was going through your phone, and she was
That's why
scrolling
she
through your
stopped messing with
photos, and all of a sudden it was a picture of a woman giving you brain, right? And she said, "Oh my!"
All I heard,
She said-
I told her it was an old picture, but who goes to people's phone like that?
Why do y'all let people go? I would never let anyone go through my phone.
that actually happened over the weekend with your people.
Hey,
Yo.
That happened over the weekend with
I
your
heard
people.
you said that.
Yo, do not tell Mike Hill shit. Cause we end up on this show.
What do they call me? I'm breaking news. I'm breaking news.
He
Breaking
ticker
news.
tape, ticker
Hey,
tape.
we got our relationship block coming up next. I got an apology for all the women out there because we're terrible.
And a
Guys
great
are
guest
terrible.
coming up,
And
too.
a great guest
great
is
guest.
coming up. Awesome guest. We got that coming up next. The Unstable Podcast continues to roll right after this.
Don't tell Mike Hill shit.
Hey, we are back with the Unstable Podcast. It's your girl Claudia Jordan. I'm a 3/4 of a bottle of wine in.
Oh my God.
I drank the other quarter.
We got Mike Hill with no mustache.
I started to grow it out.
Steve Wilson, who needs Viagra to please his Asian wife.
What the hell's going on? The alcohol has kicked in.
Angry Negro guy, Tori.
Right.
We're gonna find him a
Damn
woman.
right.
And joining
Damn right.
us, very happy, a friend of mine who has been very gracious to battle Los Angeles traffic. He is an activist. He's an author, a New York Times best-selling author. Five books.
Yep.
Host of the Ism Show. It's been around for 1 year. Great podcast. Been on a couple times. Got a few movies out. 1804 is his newest movie, and he has 4 editions of Hidden Colors. He is for the people. If you don't know about him, please subscribe to his podcast and his show on YouTube. He has a great show. Please welcome.
Did you say ascribed?
I'm glad you said it. I wasn't going to say nothing, but I'm glad you said
You
that.
drank that whole bottle, bro.
That whole bottle. I wasn't going to throw her out there, but I'm glad you did.
I don't need you judging me. That's black on black crime. And I thought we were beyond that. Please welcome Tariq Nasheed.
From Detroit.
What is up, family? What is up? What
From
is up?
Detroit.
Yes.
I saw your clip on Instagram this morning and was like, whoa, I was blown away by it. And sent to Claudia, and she's like, oh, I know him.
Yeah. And I've been wanting him to come by, but this is a perfect time. So you were on Fox News
Yesterday,
and Laura Ingram's show. Did she skip hair and makeup?
Oh.
I mean, with a little eyeliner kill you, liner. But anyways, I saw you were so. I knew you were eloquent. I knew, and I don't mean to sound like how white people are like, oh, you're so eloquent.
He's so well
spoken. But I know how you are. But you were like next level for TV. You really were.
Yes.
And like, there's no criticism. There's nothing negative they can say about your message and how your delivery.
Yes.
But as soon as this bitch,
Hey, that's my colleague there.
whatever, this bitch. First of all, when you say something negative against the black race, then you're a bitch.
Right.
And she tried to imply that perhaps we're not working hard enough as a people. And when you checked her, they went to commercial. And she said, you will not put words in my mouth. Please talk to us about your experience.
Yeah, so I was on Fox. They called me yesterday. They wanted to talk about a few different things. It was going to be a very long segment. They wanted to talk about this school that was having a What About White People Day, where they're studying white people. Wow. And their whole angle, it was going to be like a reverse racism thing where they're picking on whites. So they wanted me to come and debate that. And they wanted to talk about something with Lena Dunham. She said something crazy. So they brought me on there. And Fox, they're very good at twisting your words and then trying to bait you into saying something. So I started talking about white supremacy. So she started saying, well, is there white supremacy? What do you mean white supremacy? I said, well, white supremacy dominates all areas of activity. She said, it doesn't dominate sports. I said, it does dominate sports.
Absolutely.
You have athletes being blacklisted for speaking out against racism.
And called slaves.
They call
How
them,
about
they
that?
call
Who
them
are most of the
slaves.
owners.
Yes. And inmates.
Yeah.
So she couldn't come back with that. So she started to go on and on. Well, what do we do for a solution? So I said, there's different things we can do. We can produce justice. We can do this. She says, is it compensation? Is it monetary? She was trying to get me to bait me into saying something about reparations.
Yeah, we have the clip.
Yeah. She wanted me to say something about reparations so that she can jump on that. Like, okay, you people want something for nothing.
Right.
You people.
Right.
You
But
people.
I never said the word.
Here's
I
the
never
clip right
said-
here.
yeah.
We're going to play the clip.
Let's
Go
play the
ahead.
clip, and then I want you
Right.
to talk about it.
Monetary payout? Should it be monetary plus land or plus business ownership? I'm just trying to get the solution straight.
And I've been on solutions for a long time, and we've been trying to figure out how do we remedy systematic white supremacy. Now, when we try to
How
get
about
land as
hard
black
work?
people, when we try,
I have an idea. It's called hard work.
Ma'am,
Content of your
ma'am.
character. I
Are
let
you
you
saying
speak
that?
for a
Are you
long
saying that
time.
black people don't do hard work?
No, I'm
ma'am,
talking
Laura, are
about.
you saying that black people don't do hard work?
Nice try, nice
Ma'am.
trick. I'm saying
Nice
everybody
try,
You
right?
just
work
said that.
hard,
You
my
said
friend.
black people don't do hard work. The reason why you have all the resources maldistributed
Yeah,
into the
that's
dominant
exactly
society
what
is
I
black
said.
people.
My friend, that's not
That-
at all
that is
what I
what you said,
And
ma'am.
straight ahead, you know it isn't. That's the game you play.
The
And
game
straight
you play.
ahead,
Ma'am.
the good news, you will
Ma'am.
not hear anyplace else how the Trump administration is saving taxpayers some serious money.
Oh, wow. That was the end of the interview?
She tried it.
No. I was supposed to be there for a couple of segments. When she said that and I called her out for saying that,
Right.
I'm talking, then all of a sudden I hear in the earpiece, okay, thank you, Tariq, you can leave now.
Oh, wow.
They kicked me out the building.
Now here's the thing about hard work. We
Yeah.
built this fucking
Yes.
country.
Yeah, there's something called
If you want to say
slavery.
lazy,
Nobody works harder than a slave.
if you want to say slavery, it's lazy to have black people or anybody work for you and not pay them because you don't want to do the work. That's
One
fucking
at a
hard
time.
work.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but seriously, y'all got to be honest. These white people treat us really good, and I don't know why y'all acting like this.
That's Ben Carson's nephew.
I don't see nothing wrong.
They clothe us. They feed us.
But you understand, they just fired Charlie Rose as a job opening. I don't see nothing wrong.
And plus, I work for Fox. I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to
Okay,
lose my
you don't-
job.
you
Just
can
saying.
sit out
I'm
the
going to stay
segment.
out of this conversation
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
I'm just going to be out of this
It's really
conversation.
funny. I've done segments with Fox as well, and it's funny. I go in there. The vibe is so unwelcoming. Okay,
Man,
energy.
y'all, I'm telling you,
It's
when
like
you walk in
a
there,
Klan
it's like
rally.
you walking into a plantation.
You can feel it.
You can
You're
feel
like,
it.
You can feel the energy, I'm telling you. And the
Yes.
way they act towards you
Yeah.
is real funny style, too.
Not at
Yeah.
Fox Sports, though. I'm just
No,
letting
no.
you know.
Fox
Fox
Sports.
Sports, we're a little bit
If you go to
different.
Fox
Mike,
in
you work for
Manhattan.
Jason Whitlock, brother.
That's a
Y'all called him Jason Whitlock already.
He said,
But it's funny. It's funny that
You gotta go. Bring the camera over here.
it's funny.
Come on.
It's funny that she tried.
Shady, man.
It's funny that she tried. It's funny that she really tried to imply that you were trying to run a game or trick when that's exactly what she was doing.
Yeah, she tried to make it seem, she tried to victimize herself by saying, okay, you putting words in my mouth. No, you just
flipped
said
that script.
bullshit.
And kudos to you for keeping it cool, because with white women like that, if you would have raised your voice and put a little bit of bass, oh my God, you're threatening me.
Rape, the whole shebang.
And then I was raped.
Oh, yeah.
He raped me with his words.
He raped me.
Yes.
Come on.
So, I played it real cool, and I used her own words against her, and they cut my segment off
quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They didn't say goodbye, thank you for coming, or nothing.
So you don't expect to be going back again.
They're calling me back, but they're just going to try to regroup. So,
but I heard they canceled your car service to get the lead.
They sent you an Uber XL, sent you back home with an Uber XL.
No, a regular Uber. It wasn't an XL.
So Tariq, you're very vocal on Twitter, and I love it. I retweet a lot of the stuff that you say. You always go for the white supremacist neck.
Yes.
I would like to know what has been the pushback. Like, what kind of stuff do you get? Do you get a lot of death threats on Twitter?
Oh, I get death threats all the time.
Wow.
You go Google my name or look up my name on Twitter, Tariq and nigga. You'll see a whole list of stuff.
But wait a minute.
Wait a minute, because you have a multifarious of names. You go Tariq, Tariq Elite,
Tariq Elite,
you have King Flex, K Flex.
But it's really the race baiter Tariq. I'm the main race baiter.
What's up with all the names though?
Man, you go through, you change your game every 5 years.
Right.
You morph and reinvent yourself. So
like P. Diddy, Puff Daddy.
Yeah. You reinvent your game. So, but it's Tariq. They know me by Tariq. That's the concept.
Okay. You have a very brilliant name, and I just thought about this because I'm drunk right now. But I want to play a word association game with you. I'm going to say a certain person's name, Negroes, and I want you to tell me the first word that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
This could be dangerous. Hold on, let me Snapchat this.
This is gonna be awesome.
Okay. Ben Carson.
Intellectual Sambo.
Wow.
That's 2 words.
Omarosa.
Bedwench.
Okay.
Paris Denard.
Moist bedwench. That nigga's
Stacey Dash.
I love him. Coon for hire.
Gianno Caldwell.
He's a friend to the show.
I know, I'm just saying.
He's on Fox News.
He's on Fox News. He's the one who cried, who broke down on CNN.
That dude.
Trump let us down.
Yeah, that crying coon. Crying coon.
Y'all are so.
Hey, man.
Hey,
it's unstable, man, and I'm unfiltered.
You over Fox Sports? Come on. Jason Whitlock, fat coon.
You know what I call him?
And tell him I said it, because Jason be saying shit about me on Twitter.
Can I tell you something?
Everybody you name, I call Republicans. Not Republicans.
Yeah.
Republicans.
See, here's the thing, Tariq. I've gone off on Jason myself on Twitter, so I've done that before. So I'm not afraid to call him out.
Yeah.
But he's gone off on his nutritionist.
Right.
Jason Whitlock, that is.
Oh, man.
Why can't black people? I mean,
let me ask you, Mike, are you the liberal voice over there or what?
Well, Fox Sports is very liberal. We're very liberal for the most part.
It's a different brand.
It's a different brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, how come they got that big fat fucking coon Jason Whitlock then?
Because they need an
always need
alternative
one.
voice. They need an alternative voice. So yeah.
Fox Sports has no hate. You can't have hate in sports.
That was so political, Mike Hill.
I guess it's that bad out there where it's like, okay, I need a job. Where else am I? I'm a fat, short, 5'5", balding, double chin having self-hating
He's
Negro.
that little?
No, he's tall. He's like 6'2", but he's double chin and all. Everything else you described is accurate.
I would rather just sell out and just like really embrace my coonism, my inner coonism.
See, here's the thing. Some people try very hard to become famous that they don't mind being infamous.
Right.
You know what I mean? As long as they got the famous part of it.
Is he making that much money over there?
He's doing okay.
Fox got some deep pockets.
Yes, they do.
Fox got some deep pockets.
Do you notice why I'm not saying a lot? Because I get paid a lot of money.
Mike Hill is out of this segment. You don't need to be in this segment.
I'm trying to keep my money.
We need your voice over there still. So
Tariq,
you stay out.
who do you see as the next? Who's on deck, like as far as black leadership in this country? Because 2020 is going to be right around the corner, and who's it going to be? What do you think?
Man, we got to raise these kids, man. We got to get these kids in college. We got to get people and just kind of teach them and show them how to stand up against systematic racism. We got to encourage our athletes to do the same. Like Colin Kaepernick, he's the guy right now. That's my brother. People like that, we need to encourage them. Marshawn Lynch, he's another one who's down and who's thorough. So we need to encourage those people so these athletes aren't jumping on the coon train. We need to get some of these rappers and try to encourage them too.
Are there grassroots programs that you can tell us about?
Well, we're working on them. I have a nonprofit called melanoidnation.org. And
Melanoid Nation.
Yeah,
Put that at the bottom of the screen for him,
we work
please.
with a lot of people on the grassroots level, and that's why I do these movies, and I try to get people new faces and put them in the films. There was a guy named Eric Shepard down in Atlanta who's a very thorough young brother. So we need to cultivate these people and show them that we'll stand by you if you stand up against systematic racism.
Speaking of the films that you do, the documentary.
Now, have you seen Hidden Colors, Guy? I'm gonna put Guy on Front Street. Man, that means no.
I've seen Colors.
He's seen hidden figures and colors.
Once I researched you and I saw your film work,
yes, sir.
I did put ones to watch. So I am going to go watch it.
No doubt.
And I want to talk about the history of Haiti, 1804.
Oh, yeah.
And especially with Trump coming out, saying, trying to send all the Haitians back to Haiti. They have, 18 months to get their stuff together, what he says.
Yeah.
What's your feeling on that?
Man, they've been trying to do this ethnic cleansing thing for a long time.
Wow.
They've been throwing hints. They've been throwing out these books. DACA. Steve Bannon, when he was with Trump, he kept talking about this book called Camp of the Saints. They kept talking about that book.
I can look that up.
Look that up. They kept saying that they were using that as a dog whistle.
Okay.
That was a book written in the 70s that's talked about racial cleansing of Europe. Wow. So they've been throwing these dog whistles for a long time, and he's playing to his base, this racial cleansing, getting out all the dark people. So I'm not surprised over that. This is why I said that we need to reach out to our Haitian brothers and sisters, and we need to be global as Black people. We need to look at systematic racism as a global issue. We just kind of concern ourselves with what's happening in our 4-city block.
Right.
But, we need to reach out with brothers and sisters in Africa. There's a lot of cooning in Africa, by the way.
Really?
Man, Africa.
Hey,
I've never been, so
First
of all, I went to Nigeria a few years ago. I hosted their first, it's the equivalent of their Grammy show, and I was very honored to be there. The amount of people that are jumping on board with this whole skin bleaching thing.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa.
Like that in Jamaica, too.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You would think the motherland, that's where people would embrace their blackness. But it's even there, people are still looking down in Haiti.
Wow.
I want to be darker. And it's like people over here stripping the skin of their color.
That's huge
and
in
these
Jamaica,
products,
too.
There's this black girl, Dianca, whatever the fuck her name is. And she's really about the skin bleaching life.
It's
and making a lot of money. It's so
huge.
sad. Black skin is so beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Look how everybody else is trying to get it.
Yeah. You
Yes,
got
it
people
is.
over there, they face light as hell. They look like Albie Shore, and the hands look like esterol. Black-ass hands. And it's crazy over there. With Zimbabwe, they just overthrew Mugabe.
Yes.
And you had a lot of Black people over there celebrating with the white
They
people
were celebrating.
over there. Yeah.
Absolutely. I saw
Kissing the
that.
white people. So that shit is Coonbabwe at this point, man. So, what's that?
No.
Oh, my bad.
That's
My
okay.
bad. I'm hitting the desk, and they got a note. Don't hit the desk.
Talk about your documentary, man.
So 1804, man, we talk about the history of Haiti. Haiti is the only nation that had a slave population that rose up and overthrew the oppressors.
Absolutely.
That has never happened in the history of mankind.
Right.
And they always downplay that when they
Happened
talk.
in Django, but go ahead.
Yeah. It's a fiction, but this is the real deal. And people have been trying to get a movie about Haiti done for years. Danny Glover was trying to get money for Haiti, and they told him you can't do a movie about Haiti unless there's a white hero. So
Wow.
you have to inject a white hero, and they do that for a lot of Black movies.
Yeah, that's the formula.
Did you see
Even
that?
in 12 Years
Their
a Slave.
formula.
Yeah.
Matthew
they
McConaughey
had-
being Haiti saving people.
What's the Dangerous Minds?
Dangerous Minds,
The Blind Side. Always a white person comes save the day of a Negro.
Did you guys see that Don Cheadle movie of Miles Davis when he did Miles Davis?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people who are into jazz, they hated that because it was fiction. Don Cheadle couldn't get money unless they put a fictional white hero in there with them. It had
The
to be
reporter?
like right. That didn't happen. They had to interject that in there in order to get funding.
What is it about human nature? And it's not just white people, because there's a lot of Black people that are with
Well,
this.
we've been brainwashed.
That feel,
Yeah.
but even the people that are in Africa, you know what I mean? That feel like, why is there this disdain and hatred of blackness,
jealousy.
of black skin? But even, like I said, even in Africa, the fact that you would think that's where our pure brothers and sisters are having this thing, this insecurity where they want to lighten their skin.
But understand, Africa was attacked first. They went in there and colonized Africa first. So when they go in there and they destroy Africa economically, and then they send the white missionaries there with the rice and the food and say, hey, Jesus told me to bring you this bread, the Africans are like, okay, white is good. So they brainwash them first. So this is why I like to reach out to them and we have to teach them what's popular.
Yeah.
What's crazy, here's the irony, is that if you look at society today, everybody here in this country is trying to do everything that is Black. When it comes to
Absolutely.
the big
All
asses,
day.
when it comes to
The
breasts,
lips.
when it comes to lips, when it comes to skin color,
music.
everybody's going to the tanning salons, even the hair with the cornrows.
Yes.
So everybody's trying to look like a Black person, but
Everybody
us.
doing R&B.
But
Right.
us.
Absolutely.
And that is so freaking sad. But thank you, my brother.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for everything that you're doing,
Absolutely.
man. We know you
And
got
by
to
the
get out
way,
here.
we do know who you are too, because our producer actually have your book, The Mac Within.
Oh, that's what's up. You got it? My man.
Jerron has something called the Mac
That's what
Within.
shocked me, because Jerron.
He's from Detroit, man.
Yes.
You gonna write a book like that? Tariq is from Detroit.
Cut the music.
That's why I wanted to stop this before he left.
Hold on.
Jerron.
Jerron from the OC has a book called The Mac Within.
Can we hear your voice? Can we hear your voice?
Come here,
He's
Jerron.
spitting
Yeah,
game.
no,
And they have the art of macking as well.
My man.
That's his real voice.
See, my dude is spitting game out there by Knott's Berry Farm on your ass. My dude.
Hey, young lady, would you
Tariq.
like to go
The
and get
Mac.
some hot apple cider?
Tariq, if you had just like, if you could just say one thing, like into the camera to our people.
Yes.
One thing to our people and one thing to white people. Like, what message would you give?
Now, I would say to black people, let's get on code. All we need is a code. We don't have to stick together. We need to get together with a code. We think getting in the room is doing something. No, we just have to have a code where we're not going to harm each other. We're going to empower each other, and we'll be good. We're too divided. Even in Africa, you go to Africa, you go to one African country, there's 13 or 14 different tribes who don't even identify with each other.
The Tutsis.
The Igbo, all that.
Right.
We got to get off that. We're dominated globally by the white supremacists, and they're all on the same page. I would say to the dominant white society, if you want to help us, what you can do, let us know what white people say about us when we're not around. That's how you can help us. All that. You don't have to put on the Rachel Dolezal braids and all that stupid shit. Let us know what's going on behind closed doors so we can be all right.
My man.
Yes, indeed.
We appreciate your time, bro.
Yes.
Any more movies you're working on?
You know what I'm about to work on? I'm about to work on a documentary about coons, about how do coons think, what makes a person a coon, the history of coons. That's going to be my next documentary, and I need to talk to Jason Whitlock for some research.
Mike ain't gonna say nothing again, y'all. He ain't gonna say nothing again.
But it's going to be a coon documentary, and it's not going to be me hating on them. I really want to get into the mindset of what makes a person say, I'm going to collaborate.
We appreciate you coming on, and I would love to reach out to you when there's other things in the news, and I think we should cross promote. I love your show and what you do, and we need to do more of
energy
this.
here, man. You guys, a lot of good energy.
Man, we appreciate you coming by.
Legends, guys, fucking legends, man. Fucking legend right here. Man.
Hold on, no, guy's not the only legend here. Steve Wilson is.
Steve is a goddamn legend too.
A legend, okay.
Allegedly.
And I work with Jason Whitlock, so I'm a legend in itself, man. Come on.
Tariq Nasheed, everybody, look him up.
Thank you, brother.
Good stuff, my brother. We're back on the Unstable Podcast, episode 11. Mike Hill, Steve Wilson, Guy Torrey, Claudia Jordan. Hey, congratulations to Kevin Hart.
Yes.
And his beautiful wife, Nico. They had a beautiful baby boy on Tuesday, Kenzo Cash Hart.
They got a lot of cash.
They got a lot of cash.
Yo, Kevin is a robot, man. I went and saw his show twice this weekend, man, and he has a brand new hour. With all the stuff that he has going on, and to write a brand new hour, and the whole time in between shows, he was checking on his wife. She was there for the Long Beach show, but then the Pasadena show, he was on the phone like every second waiting on his wife to drop that load.
I love that,
congrats,
man.
Congrats.
And everything that they went through during the pregnancy and the allegations of him cheating and whatnot.
Strong
and
unit.
So they got a strong unit. If she wants to stand by her man, that's great. And I just thought it was awesome because I didn't get a chance to go to the show. I was out of town. But you guys told me that one of his comedian friends, was it
Joey Wells.
Shout out to the Plastic Cup Boys.
Joey Wells.
Plastic Cup Boys.
And Kevin on that tour is allowing his comedian friends to basically talk about
and make fun
of the relationship and make fun of the allegations of cheating.
Right. Well, the thing that made Kevin Hart, the comedian that he is, he's always been honest, a good storyteller, funny, but he's an open book, and he says that after all the shows, he's an open book.
But that's what makes comedians so great.
Exactly. You got to be vulnerable, an open book. And so shout out to all the Plastic Cup Boys, Kevin Hart, congratulations.
Because that new hour is a monster.
It is.
Is it good?
It is.
I mean,
good.
a monster. This is probably the best special I've seen him do.
He's grown so much. I remember he came in the
He ain't grown.
Well, no,
He
his
hasn't
material.
grown.
Well,
As an artist, because he's still 5 like
Did you read his book? You read his book?
I have his book.
You read his book. Talk about his book. Talk about in the beginning how he was talking about things that didn't relate to him, and then he had a mentor that basically told him, "Hey, talk about life. Talk about things that are real to you, and you become a better comedian."
Absolutely.
And when you do
Keith Robinson.
Yeah, Keith Robinson, exactly.
Out of Philadelphia.
And the rest is history.
He came to the Foxhole. They were making fun of him, making fun of like that he did soul food or soul plane.
Soul Plane. I love Soul Plane. I know,
but it was like they were clowning him, and I had his back. I'm like, yo, this one right here. And just to see his progression, it's been amazing.
Dude,
but see, I knew he got it years ago. We sat down one night and had at a restaurant having dinner, and he was saying how when people leave a comedy show, they want to leave with a piece of you.
Mm-hmm.
You can go there and tell jokes and be a comic and you can be funny all night, but if no one's remembering who you are, know who you are when they leave, then you didn't do your job. So he said that, but remember you was there too that night. That was about, I don't know, 12, 14 years ago.
He bragged about how much more money he had than me. So
shout out to Kevin Hart, Soul Plane. My cousin was in Soul Plane, D.L. Hughley, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was.
Is that Steve Former's boss?
Do you miss him, Steve?
Actually, I do.
Do you really?
Hey, can I tell you something? I actually talked to my cousin a couple of weeks ago, and he doesn't mind me telling you this.
Yeah.
He told me to tell you, well, he said he's very proud of you and the fact that you started, because this is Steve's idea, this whole podcast. The reason we're together is he brought the four of us together and he wanted to create a podcast, and this is his baby. So he's proud of you. Look, just take it.
He's
just
proud.
take it.
He's proud and happy
of
he no longer has to pay 6 figures.
Yeah, he's proud of you. He said hold on a second. He said he only wanted what was best for you. He was trying to help you. And look, no matter how you feel about it, just be positive. Try and take it as a spin.
No, you're right. And Roy,
look at it that way.
This is Steve's baby. It's still teething, but it's Steve's baby.
Yeah, we ain't getting fed much. To be honest with you.
That's really your cousin, huh?
Yeah.
Like blood cousin.
That's my blood cousin. That is my blood cousin.
It's so weird because like you have like the no facial hair and he has like a lot of patchy facial hair. Like, it's like,
and you know how you care about people and he don't. It's not like y'all not family.
Steve, come on, man.
Don't be.
It's like y'all not family. Like you know how you tell the truth all the time and he lie. It's like it's hard.
It's weird, right?
Oh, wow.
Like you couldn't even tell y'all blood. Like,
Wow. All right. So hey, you know what? I want to apologize,
you
man.
give, he's selfish. It's like
Let it go, Steve. Let it go.
You need counseling, man.
He does, man. He's getting it.
You know how everybody call me? I'm gonna take the shades off of this, man.
Shady Mike.
Here's the thing, man.
Be serious.
I need to apologize.
Okay.
I need to apologize to all the women out there.
Put some music on.
For the really disgusting men that are out there in society. I really mean this from the bottom of my heart, because I used to be one of those disgusting men.
Used to be?
Can I finish?
Let him get it in,
that treated women without the respect, the dignity, and the honor that they deserve. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You know,
God.
I always talk. See, I talked about this with Jay-Z and 444 and how it kind of changed my life and how he reached into my soul. And I mean that because here's the thing. I've gotten to the point now where, because I'm trying to change my life and I meet a young lady and I try and treat her like a woman and try and treat her respect and try and have a good, honest, committed relationship, that they...
Camera.
Y'all, stop it. Come back to me, man. Forget them. Cut their mics right now. Here we go.
Here comes the bullshit.
It's gotten to the point now that women, because men have been so terrible for so long, that's what they expect. So when a man steps to them and shows them some honor, some dignity, some respect or whatever, it's weird to them and they don't know how to react. And a lot of times they say they're even afraid, and because of that, because they act like they're afraid, and because of that, they treat you differently. So I want to apologize because of everything that they have been.
Bullshit.
Hold on, don't make me laugh, man. Don't make me. Hold on, because of the way they've been conditioned to receive a man, to treat them poorly, I want to apologize. So I really do from the bottom of my heart. And now, because of that, I'm gonna become a better person. I promise you that. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. It's going to be about my actions. And the other day, I actually had a conversation with somebody, because what's crazy is 2 weeks ago, a woman had a conversation with me about where this is. And I said, no, this ain't nowhere. And then a week later, I had the same conversation with another woman. The reason I was asking that question wasn't because I was trying to make it an exclusive relationship. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't fucking something up.
That was a lot explaining.
I know. So are we going somewhere or we just fucking?
No. You know, that happens. You know, it happens when you hear a woman saying, what are we doing here? And you say, well, I'm not looking for an exclusive relationship
usually about
or whatever.
After a year when you ain't gave her nothing.
I understand that. But at the same time, because if you are into somebody, and I understand why somebody feels that way. If somebody feels, if they're into you or whatever, they want to know, because you don't want to be in a position where, for example, in this position, we're hanging out, having a good time. I like her. I see she likes me or whatever. And I've been in a situation where I thought, I'm out there having a good time with a lot of different people, and she's in an exclusive. She thinks she's in an exclusive relationship, right. And then she finds out I'm dating other people or I'm doing things with other people, and I screw it up with a person that I might have thought that I could be into a relationship with 2 or 3 months later down the line or whatever. So because of that, because of the mistakes I've made in the past, I asked this person, hey, what is this? Because I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I want to make sure that if you think that I'm in an exclusive relationship,
Prove us wrong, brother. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, go ahead, guy.
I'm gonna say, speaking of relationships, we have a story of an NBA relationship coming up. Since we in the
but it's not that
neighborhood.
type of relationship.
I know. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
Okay,
speaking
we
of
got Claudia.
relationships.
Go ahead, Claudia.
No, it's not me. I think he want to go talk about some nigga being gay.
No,
That was a
Great segue.
we're going to get into that.
I feel like we should pick the scab a little bit more first with him.
Yes, because
no,
there was a
we're
lot
running
of
out of time for this show, so we got to get the rest of our stories in.
There are some things that we need to talk about with Mike.
Okay. We got way more episodes to do that.
Steve, you're not even having my back on
Well, no,
this.
I'm gonna get you back, but Jerron is saying we gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
I wanted to go
How much
here.
time do we have?
We got 10 minutes.
But we got the
a
whole
lot to talk
no
about.
the whole we got time. We can go ahead. We got 3 minutes. Go three minutes to talk about what you got to talk
All right,
about.
let's see
Go
what you
ahead.
So you got only good 3 minutes?
No, well, that's more than Steve.
Wait, we ain't talking
I
about
got
me.
30 seconds.
That's more than Steve.
We ain't talking about me.
That includes
I-
taking the clothes off and everything.
This is advice I give to men. When men, okay, Jamie Foxx told me this one time. He goes, "You guys do not want us to be in love with you because once we are in love with you, we act crazy. We don't that's all we have blinders on. Not saying you're in love. I'm not saying that about you.
No.
But you might be from those pictures.
Those pictures say 1,000 words.
So we say we want these things, but then we get it. Sometimes we're a little bit nervous. I just feel like sometimes men will give us the PG version of us. They think that it's gonna be good for us.
Right.
But you have no idea how sick and twisted a lot of us are, and we like that edgy. I told you, be the way you are with your boys, with the girl, and they'll fall for you.
But that's so messed up.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's
That's
not.
not. No, because it's being you. It's not being fake.
Okay,
when
right,
you're,
it's
when
not
you're, when
messed
you're
up.
being,
You're
when you're
messed
being
up.
clean, Mike, you're not she's missing out on the jokes that you tell with your boys. When you say shut the fuck up, whatever. I remember you said something like shut the fuck up, and certain girls can take that. We're not these delicate flowers that can't take it. We like that sense of humor. That's attractive. Flaws are attractive. Perfect is fake and not. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm not being fake. I think it's part of me
I'm
that
not
is a
saying you're
relationship.
fake.
Yeah.
We don't need perfect though.
And you bring up a good point, man, because I can't be the woman if I can't be myself around you. If I can't be myself, because I'm unfiltered, I say I'm immature a little bit still, and if I can't be myself around you, then I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be somebody I'm
Be
not.
you. You're good enough.
Oh, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be
What'd
me.
you say?
Definitely
What'd
be
you
me.
say?
Be you.
Hold
You're
on.
good enough.
What'd you say?
Be kind.
Just be you.
Let me tell you
Just
something, Mike.
be
You
you.
was kind,
Look at
you
that
was
glitter.
smart, and you was important. Remember that. Be you, okay?
So guys,
You
be the same
smart.
way you are around your boys, around your woman.
Yes, we love
means-
that.
And in Steve's case, show you with naked, show fucking other bitches.
Which he will do. Which this dude in front of Carly, he's been dating her for 2 years. He still talks about other women that he has had relationships
Listen,
with.
but okay, so just so you know,
And she even said, I don't need to
told
hear
me-
all of that.
we had a conversation about this morning. She's like, yeah, I don't want to hear about that. So
Exactly.
I didn't
No,
know.
wait, you
This is
didn't know?
new to- No.
It's been 2 years. Nobody wants to hear about you screwing it. Your girl does not want to hear you talking about
So I
somebody
put
that
Hennessy in
you
a
screw.
butt. I put Hennessy in a
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
want to
here's
hear
the thing,
about
when they're
that.
joking, I said I will never do. I did not know
okay,
that.
can I ask you a
bothered her.
question? If she was joking and said, you know that one time that Tyrese came over and I let him hit it from the back,
Right.
how would you feel about that?
Well, after we left Tyrese's funeral and then they dropped the charges on what do you need from me?
I'm
What?
just saying. So why would you do that?
And your girl's cool. I got to hang with her this weekend.
She is
Did
really
Runyon.
cool.
I like her. And don't fuck it up. But you will.
What do you mean you will? I'm not.
Well, if you're talking about fucking other bitches around
Listen,
her,
well,
she's not trying to hear that.
we addressed that, and I'm not gonna do that anymore. I didn't know that bothered her.
Every time I see
could
her,
not.
what do I say to her?
I don't care. Go to commercial.
No, real quick. All right, so we
She
got to get into
saved
this.
me.
Yeah, that's not saved you. I said thank you.
So we're done
for
roasting
being,
Mike and then talking about, we're done with that. We're done with the triple date thing, right? We're done. We're moving on now.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We wanted to get. It was more, but we ran out of time.
We'll still get it.
There's a lot of jokes we missed out on.
Part
Y'all don't
two.
realize
Part
y'all
two.
got cheated out on a lot of stuff, but
Well, thank God for that.
Only person happy is Mike. Y'all
Thank
got
God
cheated.
for that.
Shout out to Kevin. That's not your name, but thank you for offering help with
Kevin is also the name of
wrong.
Steve's cat that he calls the N-word all the time as well.
I use
So
the
that's-
N-word in my house only. I don't use it anymore outside.
Oh, that's right. He's trying to stop doing that.
Right.
So we have-
And shout out to Tammy. Shout out to
Yeah.
Tammy.
Oh.
Shout out to Tammy.
Tammy, huh?
I like you,
When you
Tammy.
gonna see Tammy again?
Tammy's cool. I don't know. I mean, whenever we're available,
Tammy, are
we're
you
gonna figure
okay?
it out.
Whenever we're available.
Whenever we're available,
do
because
you want to
it's-
do another double or triple date? Or do you want to do a solo date?
I think
The quadruple date. We got to do a quadruple.
Okay, here's my problem I didn't like.
What's that?
I wanted us all to be talking, and you were so locked in, making eye contact. Yeah, I was over there.
Hold on. That was mutual.
No.
That was like if somebody's paying attention to me.
She was trying to get to know my date and she couldn't because y'all was kissing shit.
She wasn't. Whoa. Cut that part, Jerron. Cut that part, Jerron.
One bus, no
As a matter of
waiting.
fact, at least I know that's a real person. Meanwhile, because you want to get to that, Ray Allen, Catfish, or said he was.
We did the promo.
Smooth segue. That boy got out of that dude like just. Hey, so guess what?
Okay, so go ahead and blame.
So Ray Allen, if you haven't heard by now, TMZ is reporting that.
Okay, Kobe. Go ahead, tell us about Shaq. Tell us about Ray Allen. I'm just saying he's like.
No, he's telling the story. Let him tell the story.
I was setting it up. We're like, okay.
Setting up for you.
No, it's enough for
me.
me.
He's snitching. Don't you have a story about Ray Allen?
I don't.
It's about to come right now.
It's in the rundown.
Shit, I've been drinking, motherfucker. Don't
I love her.
Oh, you love her? You love her? Oh, see? You love her? So it's not a figure of speech. But when I say it, I love he told that girl he
I
loved her.
ain't kissing all on her on goddamn Hollywood Boulevard right now either.
No, you were just crying on Hollywood Boulevard while you had it.
That.
And let's not talk about the hand holding the whole night, all of us.
Yeah.
With your Tinder date. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That looked lovely, though. I like that.
Kevin was cool.
Can
He
we get
was.
the show back on the rails?
All right, so real quick,
Right.
because we tease it, Ray Allen, you heard the allegations right now. There was a catfishing thing. He was having inappropriate conversations on Twitter or whatnot. He thought he was talking to like 12 different women. Turned out to be a guy.
One dude.
One dude. So there was like these stalking allegations. He was saying he was stalking him. He was saying he was stalking him. Now it came out on TMZ that the guy is basically saying that he and Ray Allen, who was an NBA superstar back in the day.
Jesus Shuttleworth.
Yeah. They were having a sexual
Hall of
gay
Famer.
relationship.
Oh.
Future Hall of Famer.
Not Ray Allen.
Yeah,
He's married though, ain't he?
Holy Jesus Shuttlesworth. Exactly. Yeah, he's married. And that was another thing is because the guy was like, Ray Allen's wife has a restaurant apparently and down in Florida, and the guy was taking pictures in Ray Allen's restaurant, I guess basically saying, hey, I'll tell on you or whatnot and whatnot.
Wow.
So there was some money that was took place that transferred
money?
or whatever, some hush money.
I don't get gay from Ray Allen. He doesn't give me the gay
I don't
vibe.
see that either.
You get gay from a lot of guys. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, but I'm not saying he is like that.
What kind
but
of restaurant was it?
I'm not sure.
Do they sell sausage?
Well, I mean, Steve, you said you've been catfished.
I got
before.
catfished before. I'm not. I think it was a young girl. I'm almost positive. I ain't gonna tell you exactly.
Roy Moore.
No. Seriously, I met this girl on Facebook. And she started going back and forth. She said she saw me. I was at the Cincinnati Funny Bone. And she said I was sitting in the back, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you. So we started talking back and forth. And then I was going to be at Caroline's in New York. And she was like, I'm in New York now. So I'm like going back and forth like, yo, you got to come see me. And I talked to her on the phone. We done had phone sex and everything.
She didn't even say, oh, hold on, I got to go. My mommy saying it's time for my
but then
bed.
all of a sudden, but when I got there, all of a sudden she had problems with her phone. And I'm like, well, okay, well, you could just give me your address on Facebook. But all of a sudden I realized it was a game. And then she sent me a picture of her. I was like sending her naked pictures of me. So she sent her.
Oh, wow.
Right. She sent me a picture, but she sent me a picture of my friend. And I said, that's Leo LaBelle. I said, you playing me? Oh, this is not even.
Now, where you know her from?
Oh, I used to do the Playboy Morning Show. Leo LaBelle was the first African-American female to be on the cover of Playboy. And she was one of the Playmates. Not the cover, but in the Playmates of the month. Yeah, so that was my home girl. And she sent me a picture of her naked. I'm like, that's my homie. You lying.
Right.
Oh, all of a sudden, so he's sitting at a bar, and all of a sudden, Chris Hansen from NBC To Catch a Predator walks up. Are you Steve Wilson?
Right.
Who are you waiting on?
Have a seat.
Come have a seat.
How you not know through conversation if she's not old enough for that? I mean, you can talk to someone and know.
But who really are adult women doing that? So it has to be a kid.
But he's calling. She's saying, "Mommy,
She ain't saying no damn
mommy. Can I stay up a little longer, mommy?"
I hate y'all.
You guys never got catfish?
I've never got catfish.
I never got catfish.
You don't think you have, but you have.
Because I don't have those inappropriate online.
Every
relationships.
time you talked to a woman on Facebook and said you wanted to get some booty, and
I've
you met
never
her.
done that.
You never done it on Facebook?
No, not at all.
Go to commercial.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
Look at Mike.
Real quick, we got to close out the segment. It's Thanksgiving week. Real quick before we go, what are we thankful for? What are you thankful for real quickly, Steve?
I'm thankful for having love in all my friends.
Okay.
My family, yeah.
Man, I'm thankful just for life in general, man. Life is a precious gift, man. And I just lost a friend not too long ago. So, enjoy life every breath you take.
Claudia?
Friends that don't ask me for money.
Right.
Friends that give me money. Internet porn.
Wine.
You're thankful for internet porn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a rough year.
Me too.
Gambling.
It's been a different year for a lot of us.
I'm just thankful
year.
for happiness.
And for people, I actually found out in this past few months that like who really, really fucks with me as far as like friends in my life. And there's people that just because people have been around for a long time doesn't mean that they're like really there for you. They could just be biding their time. But then you have friends that come into your life that haven't been around that long, and they really show you like how they really give a damn and they really care. And I think that's like, I'm super, super thankful for that. And I don't have mushy moments. 2 of my homegirls this week, they were like telling me they love me and stuff, and they always clown me.
But you never say you love them back.
But I do say it back, but they like make it such a big deal. And
Was
I'm
Steve
like,
one of them?
What
the fuck?
So I'm really thankful for good people, because like I feel like, I don't know if it's social media, whatever it is, but it's just been a decade of like me. So when there's anyone that says, hey, I'll do that for you, or I'll help, or do you need something? Like, that means the world to me.
We've done that. We've asked you if you need help.
Stop trying to get attention. But yes,
we love you.
No,
we love you, Claudia.
He said it. See, you said you love it too.
I'm thankful for good friends, good true friends, and happiness.
And a good razor, because you have no razor bumps.
Yeah. What are you thankful for there?
I am thankful for the good people of Yellville, Arkansas, which do a turkey drop, in which they take a plane 500 feet in the air and drop live turkeys from it.
What the hell? That's murder.
Yeah. But if the turkeys survive, you get to run, chase them, and eat them
it's
for
not going to survive.
Some have.
Some of them can fly.
That's so brutal.
Enough.
They drop turkeys that can't really
So
fly.
obviously they don't have PETA there.
Yeah,
Wow.
Do you want to see a video of it?
Yeah, they don't have PETA.
Play
That
it.
is.
Play it. That's
please show that
horrible.
video.
Look at these turkeys. Look at, oh my gosh.
They don't fly.
We do not condone this. Oh my gosh.
Sharon, this is terrible.
Are you serious?
Happy Thanksgiving.
The views of these turkeys falling are
Unstable
not the
Podcast,
views of
y'all.
Unstable.
Unstable Podcast. Make sure you follow us on all our social media outlets, on YouTube, on Google Play, on Apple, and email us. It's all down here.
Oh my
Right.
God,
Yeah.
that's
Check it out.
terrible.
And remember, our
love
Facebook
y'all.
is Facebook at Unstable
Facebook
Podcast.
with
Not
the D.
yet. Not with the
D.
D's. Unstable Podcast.
Right.
All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Unstable Podcast. For the very intoxicated Claudia Jordan, Guy Tori, Steve Wilson,
Peace
I'm
out,
Mike
y'all.
Hill. We'll see you again next time. Thank you for your support.
Hey, Kevin.